Hello and welcome to Pronunciation Points Video Snark. This video series isn't an audiobook, it's designed as commentary. This series emphasizes reading and listening comprehension skills. If you thought that this was an audiobook, maybe stick around and learn something. I also want to know why it is that you thought that this was an audiobook, because no matter how many times that I say up front that this is a detailed book review, people still get upset that this isn't an audiobook. What made you click on this? My focus is on reading books, discussing what went wrong, and suggesting ways that they could be fixed. I'm continuing my read-through of Girl in Line by Zoe Sugg and or Siobhan Curham. If you haven't seen the earlier videos, you can find the links below. Chapter 29. They spend the entire first page of the chapter decorating the tree, then Bella plugs it in for everybody to enjoy. Merry Christmas, Noah whispers in my ear, putting his arm around my waist. I snuggle into him, glowing with the thought that this is going to be the best Christmas ever. Calm down there, you two. You have spent a grand total of 2.5 hours together. I don't care how much chemistry is between the two of them. This is creepy behavior. Later, Penny realizes that she doesn't have anything for anybody. She goes out with Sadie as the granny does some last-minute Christmas shopping on her own. And I get wanting for Bella, Noah, and Sadie to have something, but it kind of feels a bit off that she didn't have presents waiting for her parents back home, which would be understandable, but she's acting like she didn't even have that much. I don't understand this kind of behavior at all. Last-minute holiday shoppers, please, you're stressing me out. I finished Christmas shopping in October. I decide to try a music shop for Noah's gift, but as soon as I get inside, it dawns on me that I don't know what kind of music he likes, and it dawns on me how little I still know about him, and I have a moment of panic. How can I feel so strongly about someone I've only just met? It doesn't make sense. I hate books like this that have enough common sense to point out how ridiculous it is, but if the book was any good, it wouldn't have written this to start with. She asks Sadie for advice, but his granny insists that Noah listens to everything, which isn't exactly helpful. She ends up picking a vinyl at random, which is honestly kind of a bold choice. Like, I know that there's thousands of artists and even more albums and music stores at any given time, but the anxiety of what if he already has this would be running through my head. When they get back to the house, Sadie starts to make a light dinner for everybody. Everybody kind of makes a joke about how Penny wouldn't be getting anything, which is seriously kind of mean-spirited. Like, I figured out right away that it was because Noah wanted to take her out again, but come on, don't make jokes like that. Penny already has anxiety, and saying things like, "We're going to starve you," only makes things worse. Penny's parents, everybody, making jokes about how they think that she should starve herself. Only when they're alone does Noah ask about Elliot. Penny feels bad because she hasn't checked her phone all day. And yes, that actually does kind of make her a miserable friend. If I knew that my underage friend was flying home alone across the Atlantic Ocean, alone on Christmas Eve, I would be glued to my phone. However, for the rest of the chapter, she checks her phone exactly once when Noah brings it up, and then never again. And I get that she is on a date, but at the same time, my god, Noah doesn't even know Elliot, and he seems to care more about Elliot than Elliot's so-called best friend. Give me a break. And there wasn't even any updates or word from Elliot either. You do see how that's worse, right? Anyway, they watch It's a Wonderful Life because Noah says that he and his parents would always watch it together. But then towards the end, he starts crying because his parents used to love this movie so much. Love my Snark, I also offer book editing services where I bring that same approach to your writing. If you prefer a more traditional approach, I also offer professional book editing services. You can contact me on any of my social media platforms if you have further questions about my editing services, including pricing options. Chapter 30. This chapter is barely 2 pages long, which I'm counting as a blessing because I'm getting really tired of all of this. There's also 14 more chapters left. 14! And who knows how many Blorbo chapters that there are since none of them are properly labeled. Penny is awoken by Bella screaming that Santa came. It's Christmas, so it's hard to be angry at her. She checks her phone and sees a bunch of texts from Elliot complaining about how miserable that his parents are and how much he hates them. But she also has a message from Ollie, like, dude, why? Leave the poor girl alone, jeez. He's only wishing her a happy Christmas, hopes that she's having fun in New York and wants to see her again when she gets back. He probably wants something from her. I hope she learned from the last time that he only talks to her whenever he wants something. Don't do any more free labor for people who wouldn't return the favor. Anyway, they open up presents, but Penny's mind is occupied with why Elliot hasn't texted her back and what Ollie could possibly want. Girl, block Ollie and move on with your life. You can thank me later. She thinks about how Noah apologized for having cried in front of her last night. She thinks that it's not a big deal, but goes on to tell the readers that she thinks that it's actually kind of the opposite, that crying in front of others is letting them in emotionally, and she says some garbage about soulmates. Ugh. why? She then goes off to write a blog post. I don't like this chapter because it was mainly passively told to us. We opened Christmas stockings. Noah and I talked, but it doesn't go into specific details about what was said. Bella got a teddy bear. Like, yes, it's a filler chapter, but it doesn't mean that you have to let your readers know that you're bored with writing this. Bonus Chapter 6. Do you believe in soulmates? Girl, it's been 4 days. Calm down. Excuse me for quoting from Romeo and Juliet's sassy gay friend, but you met on Sunday. It's Wednesday. I'm not even going to beat around the bush about this blog post. Penny waxes poetically about how in love that she is, how blessed she is to have found her soulmate, trademark. To say the entire thing is so exhausting is an absolute understatement. I don't really have much to say about it other than what I've already said. To make matters worse, she also tells people that she's staying at his house while she's in New York. Girl, as if her first post about Brooklyn Boy wasn't that enough, she might as well simply announce Noah's full legal name while she's at it. If you're interested in reading my own stories, you can purchase my spicy short stories as well as 2 full-length novels on Amazon. I also frequently run flash sales on my stories. If you're not already following me on Reddit, I recommend doing so to stay updated on when I offer free content. Reddit is currently the only place where I'm advertising myself these days. Chapter 31. Okay, so I guess in the previous chapter wasn't them opening presents, only Bella waking Penny so that they could eat the candy in their stockings. Penny had barely gotten back to sleep when a text from Noah woke her up. He was asking about Santa. The timeline of all of this is bizarre. Editors? What editors? You must be new here. Anyway, the author glosses over a bit of Christmas merriment that is had by all. I stand by my thoughts about authors glossing over stuff. It simply tells readers that you were bored with writing things, but didn't actually want to skip over stuff for whatever reason. Simply skip ahead! This is so unnecessary! Eventually, Noah asks why Penny seems distracted and a little upset. She confesses that she hasn't heard from Elliot, which isn't like him. Noah tries to comfort her by saying that it's Christmas and he's with his parents. But Penny insists that Elliot's parents treat Christmas and fun like they're both dirty and wrong. So him not texting about how miserable he is crazy, out of character for him. Penny then realizes that she's never once seen Noah with a phone. He says that he's on a detox over the winter break and suggests that she should do the same, which even she agrees is some good advice following the incident at school. The Christmas dinner is so delicious, we decide to start a charity collection from every time someone says, kind of like a food version of a cereal box. By the time we finish dessert, all 4 of them, we've collected $27. Okay, God forbid somebody enjoy delicious home-cooked Christmas dinner. It's only after they finish dinner that they open presents. Let me repeat that. They don't open presents until after dinner, with a 5-year-old in the house. What kind of unhinged people are they? Anyway, when Penny gives Noah her gift, she suddenly feels weird, which is going back to what I said during that chapter. Getting him a record seems kind of odd. She knows next to nothing about Noah Little and the kind of music that he likes. How did you know? Noah looks at me wide-eyed. I love this guy's music. I've wanted this album for years. Magical Mary Sue guessing powers? Activate! Penny only views her accidentally getting him an album that he really wanted. As for the evidence that the 2 of them are really soulmates, the entire soulmate thing is getting super old. Noah got her a book full of black and white photos of New York. That one's a bit more obvious since she has literally one hobby, but Penny views it as, you guessed it, another sign that they're soulmates. They go into the other room where they start making out, because of course they do. Patreon has recently introduced free memberships. By joining, you'll be able to enjoy the same content I post on Tumblr, now conveniently available on Patreon. Patreon supporters can enjoy even more book snarks starting at only $1 a month. Plus, Patreon now offers a 1-week free trial. Don't miss it! Big shout out to Phoebe for supporting me on Patreon already. If you want to hear your name in my video next week, either support me on Patreon or make a one-time donation. Chapter 32. Mercifully, the author brushes over the rest of the Christmas day. Not like there's much to cover, seeing as how they waited until after dinner to open presents. However, Noah and Penny sneak kisses whenever they can. Penny calls it hide and kiss as she playful twist on hide and seek. The next morning, Noah wakes her up and says that he's going to show her around the city some more, so they go out and she takes lots of pictures of various locations. At the local park, Noah tells her that his dad had told him that if you went high enough on the swings, you could launch yourself into orbit. Penny tells him about how her mom told her that her toys would move around every single night, and in the morning they'd be in different places than when she left them the night before. They laugh over the childish things that their parents had them believing in. It's oddly endearing. They then spend some time playing on the playground, yes, including trying to launch themselves into space via the swing set. It's not until later that afternoon that she finally gets a text from Elliot. She knows that he's upset, so she leaves everybody to watch Wizard of Oz to go call him. Not only is he upset that his miserable parents decided to spread their misery onto him, but he's also upset about her latest blog post. No, I don't. That's why I blogged about it, because I'm not sure, because I'm confused. So you'd rather talk to thousands of strangers about it than me? No, it's just, you're not here. How the hell does he expect her to talk to him about it when he's being awful about the entire thing? This is why she blogged about it. You're proving her point. When they end the call a second after this, Penny is rightfully upset. She has exactly one friend, and that's Elliot, and they've never fought like that before. If she loses him, she'll have nobody. And look, I've said it before, I get it. Elliot's parents treat him like dirt. He has every right to be upset about this, but he's taking his anger out on his friend, and that's unfair to Penny. That's life. Sometimes you have to sit back and watch good things happen to your friends. Sometimes they're so unreachable in the moment, but actual lasting friendships are built after watching those experiences and cheering with your friends over the entire thing. Bella finds Penny and talks her through things to cheer her up by listing off some things that make her happy. After they finish, Penny knows that she'll make up with Elliot when she gets home. But for now, she should simply focus on what little time she's got left with Noah. Bonus Chapter 7. We seem to have skipped the week between Boxing Day and the New Year's Eve, which is great because the story is already running on plot fumes as it is. It didn't need to drag out any more of this bizarre and celeb. In her blog post, Penny talks about how her parents once took her to this little English village, which didn't exactly have much. Although having been through several places exactly like Cow Roast, all I can say is, what exactly were you expecting? But the lesson that Penny's dad taught her that day is the people, not the place, that anything can be fun if you're with the right people, which is probably good advice to learn. Right now, Penny tells us about how Brooklyn Boy has been taking her around to his favorite places around the area. Not tourist spots, but like a beach in New Jersey, which is empty because it's December, but the two of them had the time of their lives walking around and drinking cocoa and taking pictures. And then another adventure where they went to an art gallery together, and Penny embarrassed herself by tripping over what she thought was a random piece of rope, but it turned out to be a sculpture, or should I say a sculpture, because if you mistake it for random trash lying on the ground, then it's probably not really art anyway. Penny signs off from the post by asking her followers if they've ever been anywhere that was made more special by the people that they were with. Thanks for watching. New Book Snarks videos go live every Monday with occasional extras during the week. Your support means so much, even if it's not financial. Watching my videos, subscribing, and liking and sharing them with friends all go a long way in helping my channel grow. If you've already caught up with all my videos, you can go to Facebook, WordPress, Tumblr, or free on Patreon for my main Book Snarks, always free and updated every morning. Linktree for everything is posted below. See you next week, guys!